Well, hello everyone. Hopefully you can hear this video. Got the AC blasting. It's 105 I think today here. But we had a converter go out on the RV. Now that is not an inverter. A converter converts 120 to 12 volt DC or whatever DC. Really a converter just changes from AC to DC, and an inverter changes from DC to AC. So what this device here does is when we're plugged into shore power, it converts 120 volts or 240 if you have a bigger one. This particular one is just 120, so it just does one leg of our 240 volt connection, but it converts the 120 AC power into 12 volt DC power, which, you know, powers miscellaneous things like the lights, the AC controls, you know, things in the RV that need 12 volt DC power, like the water pump if we're going to be using you know, off-grid water or from water from our fresh tank. But so this went out. What happened is we you know, the battery was dead, and none of the 12 volt utilities would work, which, you know, they should if you're plugged into shore power. So we checked everything, found out it wasn't charging the battery like it was supposed to, and that it was in fact dead. I checked the breaker. It was getting 120 volts into the converter, which would be, let's see, these cables here. This was where the 120 was going in. This is where the 12 volt would come out and go into the leads here. So we were getting 120 in, but no 12 volt out. I read it, and it was very low. It was like less than a volt was coming out of this device. And this is it. This is the original device. This is the one that came in this RV. Now I read into it, and apparently this unit is a pretty good actual unit that they put in these RVs. So everything I had read said there's not a whole lot when it comes to upgrades other than maybe getting a bigger unit. So I went ahead and just bought the replacement part for this converter, and I'm going to go ahead and install that today. Now I'm not going to hold the phone and sit here and show you how to install it. I mean, they're actually pretty simple if you know some basics on electricity, and if you've ever touched a you know, a power panel. Now, right now we have power running because I have the AC in here. I'm going to kill the power when I go to change out the converter, which you definitely want to do. Right now, as you can see, this was the breaker for the converter that it was running on, and I have it turned off because we have the unit pulled out. If you need to replace it and you order the unit, there's some instructions online about how to install it, and there's also instructions in the box. But basically, you're going to hook up your 110 wires to your positive and negative and your ground, and then you're going to hook up your 12 volt positive and negative to your 12 volt leads right here on the panel, and that's it. You slide it in there, put a couple screws in it, and you're good to go. Again, it's just taking the 110 that's coming off that breaker, running it through the converter, and then passing it back into the unit at these two leads as 12 volt. And then the logic board in this panel then charges your battery. It also runs again all your 12 volt items in the RV that you need when you're on shore power. And then of course when shore power is disconnected, this will then not be powering the 12 volt system. Then it would be your battery, which you know, is those two large leads right there go out to your battery. So just want to let you know these do go out. You know, I was surprised when this one went out because they don't do anything in there but, you know, convert. So there's not a whole lot of moving parts other than a fan for it to go out. I was a little surprised. It was out of warranty. But anyway, so if you have this system, which a lot of RVs do, let me see, what is this thing called? This is a PD 4560K, so it's a 60 amp system, and this is a very common unit that goes on RVs or relatively larger RVs. You know, ours is a 50 amp 220 hookup, and this panel can do all of that. But again, like I said, it's a very easy switch out. If you need to switch it out, you can do it yourself. Just, you know, do it properly. Turn off your power, shore power, unhook your battery, make sure you have no power going to the panel, and then hook up your 110, and then hook up your 12 volt. Again, this just slides right into here, like so, and then it would bolt in, and then you'd be good to go. So also test your fuses, make sure that's not the problem first. I went through a bunch of diagnostics on this. I checked fuses, I went in and checked the leads in, the leads out, and like I said, that's how I realized that the actual unit was dead, was that it was getting power, but it wasn't sending power back. So so that's pretty much it. I even called the manufacturer on it just to make sure there wasn't something serviceable on that board that I could replace. They said no, don't try to service the board, just you buy that replacement part and you're good to go. So anyways, hope this helps somebody if they ever, you know, again, the symptoms of this is that you know, you're on 12 volt power, you're not on shore power, but none of your stuff's working. You go outside, your batteries are dead, you know, you've used up all your power. That's one thing. You know, then you plug it into shore power, and you find out that still your 12 volt stuff won't work. Well, when you go into shore power, this is supposed to convert for you. So if you're plugged into shore power, but none of your 12 volt systems work and your battery's dead, then you need to start troubleshooting this converter and all the connections to it, because that's what powers you. So, all right, guys, good luck. Hopefully that helps. Take care. All right, so this is just a quick update. I got the new converter put in, and as you can see, the breaker's been turned on, and everything's powering. I went and unhooked the battery out there to make sure that it was all being run off of the converter, and everything looks good. So again, you know, the converter's the thing on the right with the fan. It's a couple screws, pull it out. Okay, before you do all of that, you turn off the power, to the entire RV, unhook the battery, then you unhook the leads, watch where they came out so you can put the new one back in the exact same way, and then you unscrew the screws, pull it out, put the new one in, hook the leads back up, and turn the power back on. It's a pretty simple install if you're somewhat electrically inclined to do that. So, alrighty, thanks everyone. If you like any of my videos, I mean, I try to just grab the things that, you know, we do common, but if you like the videos, please subscribe, like the video with the little thumbs up. What else do they have? They have the little bell now on YouTube. Hit the bell, throw some comments down. I mean, just go crazy. So, you know, it all helps. But hopefully this video helps somebody out and lets them know a little bit more about your control panel inside of your RV and what your converter does. All right, thanks everyone.